Welcome to the Value Chain TV News Update. I am Anastasia Adeze. The need for Power Correspondents Association of Nigeria not to relent in its efforts to bring to the fore challenges faced by the power sector has been stressed. This was stated by the Minister of Power, Adebayo Adelabo, who was represented by the Director of Renewable and Rural Access Energy, Sunday Owolabi, in Abuja in the 4th edition of the Power Correspondents Association annual workshop. He also commended the association for its efforts in organizing the workshop, which will go a long way to make Nigerians understand the challenges bedeviling the power sector.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, members of the Power Sector Correspondent Association, distinguished guests, and the gentlemen of the press, I'm honored to address you at this significant gathering, the 4th annual conference of the Power Correspondents Association. The theme of this year's conference, the power sector, ending the talk. Time for action. It's not only timely, but crucial for the growth and sustainability of our national energy future. For many years, we have had discussions, deliberations, and strategic dialogue on the challenges facing the power sector as a whole. We have had the calls for reform, the promises of growth, and the visions of a brighter energy future. Yet, it is clear that words alone will no longer suffice. We have reached a pivotal moment where the time for actions has arrived. Our citizens, industries, and economy can no longer wait for promises. They demand results. The government remains fully committed to transforming Nigerian power sector through meaningful and actionable reform. We are focused on ensuring that our policies are not only visionary, but also practical, impactful, and sustainable. From the ongoing efforts to address infrastructural gaps, enhance power generation, and improve transmission network, to the further reform in distribution and the full implementation of the electricity market, we are resolute in our mission to improve the power supply for every Nigerian. As we transition from words to action, I call on all stakeholders, including investors, regulators, and yes, the media, represented here by the Power Sector Correspondent Association, to play their critical role in the transformation. Your work in informing the public, holding us accountable, and providing constructive feedback is essential as we arrive to be a resilient power sector that meets the needs of our growing nation.
Chairman Power Correspondents Association of Nigeria, Obas Esiedese, in his own vein, said the call was imperative to further complement the efforts of the power sector in achieving its set objectives. The chairman added that this year's theme, Ending the Talk, Moving to Action, is timely as a result of the present situation of electricity being faced by Nigerians.
The Power Correspondent Association of Nigeria remains the only journalism association dedicated exclusively to recovering the power sector in Nigeria. For 4 consecutive years, we have worked tirelessly to ensure this workshop provides a consistent platform for addressing critical issues and getting a better understanding of the sector's yearly performance. Last year, At our third edition, we examined resolving Nigerian power crisis, the implication of the Electricity Act 2023. This year, our team, Nigerian Power Sector, Ending the Talk, Moving to Action, reflects our collective desire to shift from discussion to tangible progress. We recognize the efforts underway, including the state initiative enabled by the Electricity Act, the proposed unbundling of the Transmission Company of Nigeria, moves towards a bilateral trading market, and the new power plant projects across the country. Yet, issues with grid reliability and the national grid limitation continue to remind us of pre-privatization challenges, even after more than a decade of that exercise. Our concerns are compounded by the fact that these issues persist despite the implementation of the service-based tariff and higher tariffs for Band A customers. Although the meter market has been deregulated, metering progress remains insufficient. The sector's liquidity crisis endures, with government continuing to shoulder the burden of market shortfalls. As journalists, we are disheartened by the current state of the sector, and I believe I speak for many when I say that we cannot afford to remain silent.
And in the oil and gas sector, the Nigerian National Petroleum Company, NNPC Limited, has signed a 10-year gas supply agreement with Dangote Refinery, marking a significant boost for local production and industrial growth in Nigeria. This was disclosed in a statement by the NNPC spokesperson, Olufemi Shonoye. He said under the new agreement that 50 million cubic feet were supplied on a guaranteed basis daily and another 50 million on a flexible arrangement. NNPC spokesperson further said the deal, signed at the Dangote Group headquarters in Lagos, involves NNPC Gas Marketing Limited, NGML, a subsidiary of the NNPC's Limited, supplying 100 million standard cubic feet of natural gas daily to the Dangote refinery in Ibeju, Lekki, Lagos State. Still in the oil and gas sector, the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries, OPEC, has revealed that Nigeria has continued to be the highest African producer with 1.434 million barrels per day output, while Sudan emerged the least with 28,000 barrels per day in October 2024. However, this shows a huge difference from the federal government's output figure of 1.8 million per day for October, which includes condensate. From all indications, there is a clear difference of about 226 barrels per day gap compared to the federal government's figures. OPEC maintains that there is an increase of oil production in Nigeria, Libya, and Congo, cumulated in its highest output during this period. Total Energies and EP Nigeria Limited has reiterated its commitment to sustaining its operations in Nigeria, with no plans to exit the country's market. This assurance was delivered by the company's managing director, Matthew Bonya, who was represented by the Executive Director of Corporate Services, Olatunji Akinwumi, during the National Association of Petroleum Explorationists NAPE conference in Lagos. Speaking at the management session of the conference, he highlighted Total Energy's long-standing presence of over 6 decades in Nigeria's energy sector. He also added that over the years, the company has made significant contributions, investing billions of dollars towards Nigeria's economic growth, particularly in energy development. The company also expressed optimism about the positive developments in Nigeria's energy sector, emphasizing its dedication to furthering its impact. Still on the news update, top multilateral development banks, MDBs, of the world has committed to boost climate finance to low and middle income countries with about 120 billion US dollars by 2030. Chad Moses completes the story.
The group of NDBs, which includes the World Bank, European Investment Bank, and the Asian Development Bank, agreed on the target at the ongoing COP29 in Baku. The new figure shows a 70% increase in the amount MDBs allocated to poorer nations in 2023, which is to include $42 billion for adoption to the effect of extreme weather. According to the banks, their goal is to leverage lending to attract an additional $65 billion in private sector investment. For Value Chain TV, Chad Moses reporting.
The Board of Directors of the Nigerian National Petroleum Company, NNPC Limited, has appointed Mr. Adedapo Segun as its new financial officer CFO. Adedapo Segun previously served as the Executive Vice President downstream, where he made significant contributions to the company's downstream operations. According to a statement issued from the NNPC's Corporate Communications Office, a new Executive Vice President for the downstream sector has been appointed in the person of Mr. Ishaku Abdullahi, while Mr. Udongbong Intiang will serve as the Executive Vice President upstream. NNPC noted that these changes reflect continued dedication to enhancing corporate governance and improving operational efficiency. In sports, the Super Eagles captain William Strauss-Ekong, dual nationality player who accepted the recruitment by the Nigerian National Federation instead of his country of birth, the Netherlands, has been active for the past 15 years. Sports correspondent Kabir Lawal has the details.
William Ekong, born to a Dutch mother and Nigerian father in Haarlem, Netherlands, making him eligible to play both countries, chose to represent Nigeria at the international level, making his debut in year 2015 at a very crucial point in his career. While speaking with newsmen, he revealed that a phone call from late coach Stephen Keshi and the prospect of international football at the age of 21 influenced his decision to represent Nigeria on the June 13, 2015 in a 2017 Africa Cup of Nations qualification match against Chad. He presently plays as centre-back for Saudi Pro League club Al Khulud and captain of Nigerian national team, and since earned over 70 caps and represented Nigeria in several tournaments including the 2018 FIFA World Cup and the African Cup of Nations. The 30-year-old defender has become one of Nigeria's most concerned performers since making his debut 10 years ago. For Valuechain TV, Kabir Lawal reporting.
And that's it on the Valuechain TV News Update. I am Anastasia Adeze. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to get the news on the go. Many thanks for watching.